and welcome to iPen Podcast. My name is Joanne Cox.
Hi, I'm Nanette Buchanan, and this is Let's Talk About It. And today, Joanne, what are we talking about?
Why should we network?
Wow. That is something that everyone should listen to, regardless to if you're in business or not. Because networking is about more than just getting with business associates. So, okay.
And what we do a lot here on this podcast is go between work, business,
personal,
and your social life. So I want to start with business, and then we'll hit each one of those categories.
Okay.
But in business, it is so important that we network. And a lot of businesses thrive because of good networking. And sometimes we don't know why things are not working because we don't know how.
That's what I was just going to say. What does it take to network? I mean, let me give this example. I do social media. I call friends. I email. I have over 200 followers. I have connections at my job where I work. What do I need to network?
Because there's a difference between connecting to social media and having a relationship with all of those people.
And I think that's the key. I think what people misunderstand is the word networking. We look at networks. And I know when I first heard about it, I thought it was all technical. I thought it was all dealing with the internet and, you know, the connections. Because when you think of a network, all I'm thinking of is wires and the connection that the wires make. And all of a sudden the lights come on. Okay, so if I'm connecting and I'm making all these points connect and the lights come on, then I don't have to do much. Because all I got to do is flip a switch. I don't have to know what each of those networks are. I don't have to know who connects to who. I don't have to know anything because all I do is flip the switch.
Well,
but that's not true.
No, it's not.
When it comes to business.
It's not.
It's a relationship that I need to have with each of those points. I need to have a relationship of some sort in order for them to even want to come on.
Exactly. Now, there's something on that media site that will trigger them to want to know more about you. So that would be very impressionable if you said the right thing, if you had the right look. But we hear so many people say, I have 5,000 followers. And I just want to know, when you have a large number of followers, how many people have you called, got on Zoom with, had lunch with? Because if you haven't done any of those things,
then you have followers,
but you don't have a
network.
You don't have a network system.
And not only that, the thing about it is you got to think about it. Today, I follow you because I ain't got nothing else to do. So I'm on and I'm looking at your page and I'm looking at what's going on or whatever. But I'm not a true follower, or I'm not a connecting follower, if I'm not looking for Joanne saying today. What did Joanne post today? What is Joanne doing? What next event does Joanne have coming up?
Yes.
What next thing is she getting into? Can I collaborate with her? Can I work with her? What else can I do? Can I pass whatever she put on her page to my page to share? That's the connection.
A common interest.
That's a connection.
A common interest. Now, Nanette is a professional speaker and writer. Now, if I'm a cook, I have no reason to connect with her and say, I want to be a part of your Facebook. I want to be a part on your website. Because my thing is, if you're into cooking, it means that you want to hire her to speak about your new cookbook.
Well, not only that.
Or to write.
Well, not only that. You'll never know that I needed a cook for my event that's coming up on Saturday, that I'm looking for a cook.
Yes.
Or anything like that. You could be my follower. But the thing is, if I never make that connection with you, because as a follower, I know you're a cook.
Yes.
I know that you cook. So now I can make the networking connection because now I can offer you exposure to my audience while I get the benefit of your cooking.
You're helping each other.
So you help each other. Networking is not about what you can get and you leave out what you can give.
And so let's just pass the media part of it, okay? Our social media sites. But what about starting with some influential people that are in your circle?
And not only that, even with those influential people, a lot of times they want to know, what are you bringing to the table?
That's right.
What the connection is going to be. How can we both flourish? Not how can I just flourish, or you want to tag along and hold on to what I'm doing.
Right.
We want to know what is it that you're bringing that's going to be beneficial to both my experiences and your experiences, your audience and my audience.
And this is
that's important.
Yeah, and so this is what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to put that forefront. You're not going to talk about yourself. You're going to tell them, what's in it for them. And when they hear about their business, if I'm talking to my dentist, my orthodontics, I am saying that this is what I can do to make the office run smoother. This is what I can do to bring on more clients to your office. They're listening. They're listening. Yes. So now I have to have the look. I have to say something that is going to be more memorable, that's going to make me stand out from any other person that's trying to be a salesperson. Because I'm simply trying to sell myself.
And not only that, you got to show an interest. You got to show an interest in...
Genuine.
Yes. In what they have, as well as what you can do for them and with them. And you have to make sure, a lot of us go in with the idea, I don't want to work with nobody. Or I don't want to work for anybody. Well, you're not really working for them.
Right.
You're working for the benefit that you both will receive. Because if you go in and you do that good job with that dentist, how many other dentists are going to want you to come in and do a job in their
Because they're
office?
going to pass the word in general conversation.
Everything grows. Everything grows. And it can't grow if you're only going in with your thought in mind and not a thought for them as well.
And so the key word when I say with influential people that are in your circle, what I mean by that is that you already know them.
Yes.
So if you know them, they know you. Not that one-sided thing. You know how you know people, but they don't even know your name. No, I don't mean that kind of relationship. I mean where you know each other. So it is so much easier on that platform to now bring this subject up. It is so much easier now to have a general ear for that listening so that you are tuning in and leaning forward because you're trustworthy. And when you do this, you're going to find out that you have more people on your side in that circle that can help you and you can help each other. And that circle will continuously grow because we all know someone
that knows someone else.
I didn't know you did that. I didn't know that you were an illustrator. I didn't know that you were into, whatever it is that you could possibly need.
And you
in your business.
have to remember when you connect with these people, when you're networking, just like you got those 5,000 people, there's at least 10 or 15 that are doing the same thing. So that you're not the only one that's there trying to get that person to hear what you have to offer, or for you to demonstrate or show what you can do for them. Because if they've got 3,000 or 4,000 followers in that group, they have 15 more of you too.
Probably more than 15.
They have other people, and the person that makes that connection, the person that stays in there, hey, how you doing today? How you feeling? Listen, I'm having such and such. I'd love for you to come. There's no business connection at all, just to make that personal connection. I saw you were having an event. I'm thinking about coming to that event. Could you give me that information to be at your event?
And it's
just
so
making that personal connection.
And sometimes you'll find out it's not about the product that you're selling.
No.
it can be, I just want to know how to pull an event together.
Yes.
And I want to see how you are doing that.
Yes.
But I'm going to give you an example that happens on the internet. Have you ever looked up this one word that you wanted to know something about? Okay, I have back pain. So you key into that, and there's this 15-minute conversation about, well, I'll get to that in a little while. But what you need to know is what not to do, not to do, not to do. And so if you're smart enough, you're going to start to connect to, there's something to sell at the end of this ad, and they're not going to tell me how to get rid of
the back pain. Not without you buying whatever it is in the ad. You'll never find out.
So if you can't tell me what I need to know in 3 minutes,
I'm really not going to listen past that. How about those articles that you want to read? You know, the article, the headline is really good, but every time you go in an article, boom, here's a commercial. Now you go back up and you scroll a little bit, boom, here's another. Read on. I was trying to read on. You keep on bumping me with these commercials. Mm-hmm. You never get to the commercial. I cheat on most of them. I'm going to tell you that, audience. I do cheat. I go into the comments and see who else was crazy enough to go through the whole. Yeah, that's what I do. Because I'm not trying to hear all of that. Like you said, I'm there to find out what went on. Or
answer my question.
Answer my question. But the thing about it is, most people want to know, what's in it for me?
Yes.
What do I get out of connecting with you? Mm-hmm. What do I get out of knowing you and what you do? Mm-hmm. What do I get out of making a connection with you and someone else that I know? Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to know what they get out of it. Well, you're going to get more out of it if you put more into it.
Yes. And so just to wrap that up in the business world so that we can move on to socially, the thing is, in business, you want to make sure that you're working within your circle of impressionable people, you know, and then you want to make sure that you're memorable. In a good way. I might need to add that part.
Yes, you might need to add that.
And then you want to make sure when you're having the talk that you're having a genuine interest in the things that they want to do.
Yes.
And you want to let them know what you can do for them. In reverse, they will be able to help you in that. And lastly, if you have a business and you have business cards,
make sure you leave a business card.
Leave that card there and then do a follow through. Mm-hmm. So many of us lose business because they were interested. They lost the business card.
They didn't remember.
And it's like, oh, I'm so glad you called me back. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you called me because you were in person and they're busy just like you are. Then follow through.
And it's what you can give them. That looks so hospitable. Mm-hmm. That looks so genuine. Mm-hmm. It looks generous. Mm-hmm. When you want to do something for someone else and you're not really looking for a return, but you know you can get a return.
Yes.
You know that the return can come. Mm-hmm. And that's the same thing with being social. If you're social with a person, no one wants to be your friend and you never do the phone calls. They're constantly calling you. Mm-hmm. No one wants to be that friend that every time they have a problem, you're not the ear for them, but they've always been the ear for you. Mm-hmm. So you have to give a little to get a little. And that's either way. And in that social networking, it helps you as well when you know a lot of different people. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, you should have some kind of common bond. Exactly.
But within that bond, it's going to be different things. So if I'm with you and I'm with 3 other people, I'm getting hairstyles from you. I'm getting clothing advice from you. I'm getting where to see the most movies. But you see what I'm saying? You're with these 5 people, but each person is giving you something different that they're growing from.
Right. They have their own expertise. They have their own agenda. They have everything of their own. But together, collectively, you've got a power source.
But you were brought together with the one common ground. Interest.
Yes.
And then you grow that friendship and that social base because now you know where to go get your car oil change. You know how to buy a car with a lesser rate.
And I want to say this because Joanne has been here a while. Me getting here, first year, second year, this is the 3rd year. Going into the 3rd year, the 21st, just made 3 years. I mean, the August of the 2021 just made 3 years.
And she's meaning in North Carolina.
In North Carolina.
Okay.
Me just getting here. Mm-hmm. the worst thing you can do is sit back and think your network is going to come to you.
Yes. Yes,
you cannot just assume that you relocated or you revamped your business or you rechanged your lifestyle or you moved on from where you were and you're doing different things now and you expect someone to notice. No, it does not work that way.
It does not. It does not
work that way.
And that's what's so great about, the common interest that we had was speaking. She's a writer, but we got together in a speaking organization. So one thing led to another. Then I am now able to introduce her to the culture of the Fayetteville area and to some of the local people.
Because I know none of them.
Yeah.
But if I didn't network and I didn't accept the fact that first you have to accept that what you don't know. That's basically what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. This networking thing, you got to accept what you don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I get on Facebook, I do my posts, I do this, I do that, I pick up the phone, I add, I put in promotions, I do. What you don't know, you don't know. And so you have to learn from people that have been there and have done it and have explored certain things and have been challenged with certain things. Those are the people you need to network with. The thing my father used to say, and this was in sports, he used to say all the time, why are you playing with those kids that don't know how to play?
That's right.
And I used to say to him, well, they're the kids that live on the street. They're the kids that are around.
You can't do what's easy. You're doing what's easy.
I'm playing with them. And he told me, well, we're going to have to find you a group to play with. And so that you can get better with your skills. And then you can come home and show the kids in the neighborhood the skills. And that's exactly what we want to do. When you say surround yourself with other people, surround yourself with people that are doing more, surround yourself with people that know more and everything else. He used to laugh all the time. Oh, I see you out here playing with them again, huh? Yes. But the thing was, I was trying to play basketball in school. I was trying to get on the school team. I was trying to run track on the school team. I was trying to do all of these things on a whole different level. Well, you got to go to get on that level.
Yes. And you've got to be able to offer the other person or the other persons a skill that they don't have. So that you can do this exchange.
Exactly.
And viewers, I know you've heard this. You can't be the smartest one in your group.
No, because if you're the smartest one, you're in the wrong group.
It's time to move on so that you can give and to get. And in saying that, you can thrive in your business and you can thrive socially just by doing the things that we've talked about just today.
And the thing is, we want to know, what are you doing? What are your new network skills? What are you doing that has improved your networking? What have you been doing? How have you been handling it? And especially in your social life, in your home life. And why do I say especially? Because now you're in a whole new era. Your home life has become just as important as your business life. Can't escape it now because some of us are doing business at home.
That's right.
So all of that is inclusive. What have you been doing that has now grown your business, grown you socially, taught you a lesson about learning to connect? We like to hear. We like to hear from you. I've got that word. The currency, and we all know what currency is. The value, the money, in real networking is not greed, but generosity. So you can't be one that always looks to get. You have to look to give as well.
Now, if you would like a workshop on networking, Nanette and I are the people to come to.
We definitely would love to hear from you. We definitely would love to hear, what do you expect when you network? What do you expect when you come to a workshop? What do you expect when you make that phone call to that person for the very first time? What is it you're looking to get or gain?
Gain.
Those those are the things that you have to think about when you're talking to people about your business, who you are, and what you do.
Follow through right now with that comment.
Yes, follow through. Give us a note and let us know how you feel about it. Networking, hey, let us find out what's your new. And we might want to add it to our new, because networking is an ongoing process and it's ever changing. Don't forget to tune in on Thursdays. For me, Joanne, and let's talk about it. Don't forget to leave us a comment, and don't forget to invite your friends to subscribe. Subscribe to our network. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
Until next week, bye-bye.